those unwanted thoughts about your partner's sexual past. What if she or he did this thing or that thing before me? And the feeling that comes with that, followed by a need to know. Now, if these kind of thoughts keep hitting us, we call it retroactive jealousy or retroactive jealousy OCD, because it can be a form of OCD. Not always, but often. But isn't OCD about lining things up or washing our hands a lot or safety rituals like that? Well, yes, OCD takes many forms, and the retroactive jealousy form is a bit different. And sometimes that's in quite confusing ways for people who have it and for the therapists trying to help them. Take an OCD worry like, what if I left my front door open? Or maybe I've hurt someone. And compare that with, what if my girlfriend had an orgasm with that guy she had that one-night stand with? It's quite different, isn't it? Not everyone with retroactive jealousy has that exact question, but it's often something along those lines. All of these what-ifs give me a bad feeling and an urge to get assurance or ask or find out in some way. I might ask my partner or my girlfriend, I definitely did close the front door, didn't I? Or can I just ask, when you slept with that guy 4 years ago, did you have an orgasm? Such questions are common with retroactive jealousy. They land badly, and I don't want to be asking them, but that's the doubt looping in my mind in the moment. That's the question. That's what I'm so desperate to resolve. But here's a big difference. What does certainty about the orgasm question mean? Knowing and trusting that she didn't have an orgasm with that guy 4 years ago? No. It's knowing that that's irrelevant, and the difference is in our reasoning, the felt consequences of that doubt. Because if my front door is wide open or I've hurt someone, I've got a problem. I may well be in trouble, and most people would agree with that. But if she did have an orgasm, why is that consequential? People with retroactive jealousy, they will have an answer to that. Maybe it would be, well, she must prefer that type of guy then. Or maybe it means, well, that experience will always have special meaning for her, so what we've got is less special. But would most people agree with that? A lot of guys would be like, I'd prefer it if she didn't have an orgasm with him and she had all her orgasms with me instead, but they would still see the irrelevance, really. So with retroactive jealousy reasoning, the logic is a bit off. In therapy, we're not going to argue with that logic. It doesn't help, but we will work on the reasoning process. We need to have compassion for what's going on here and for ourselves, but also be able to see the OCD tricks at work. Thank you for watching, and I hope this thought is helpful.